Orlando, so today we are over on BBS Simulator to talk about some of the better Frenzy characters that are worth investing in. What characters should you be picking up from your monthly Frenzy ticket? Especially because we've recently just received the buff to the Frenzy Intensive course, where it's a lot easier now to max out your characters. And especially because a lot of new players are starting the game, I'm getting this question a lot. I'm getting this question asked a lot: what characters should I be picking up from my Frenzy ticket? Well, the first thing you should know is that, firstly, none of these characters are that good. You're never really going to use any of these characters because, realistically, they're not good characters. But what they do offer is 125 orbs from maxing out their level at 5 and 6 star. And then the most important part is that they are designed to be used as links. Links to your better characters and making your main character significantly better. And that's what we're mainly here to talk about today. So the first character you should be picking up is obviously Frenzy Kisuke. Kisuke is just going to help you farm crystals and coins a lot easier, and also jewels. And that's basically the main point. I believe also at the same time, once you do start the game, you also have 800 PvP medals, and you can also just pick up another crystal or jewel character from the PvP medal exchange. And at that point, you'll then have two characters to make it easier for you to farm crystals and jewels for himself, which is pretty good, right? You can never go wrong with crystal jewel drop rate plus 60%. That's already great as is, but then he's also offering that extra bit of coin drop rate by 13%. That's just overall a very good and solid link. I, as a veteran, always see myself using this. Whenever I'm farming materials and I just want that extra bit of coins, extra bit of crystals and jewels, I always whip on this Kisuke because overall, he's just a very good link for farming. And in my opinion, I think he's got even better, especially with the increase to the drops that you can now get from crystals, jewels, and coins. It makes it significantly easier for you just to farm those materials. 13% of 2 million coins is like an extra 200k every 5 times soul tickets. So definitely pick him up. I think he's the first one you should be working on because he's just going to make it easier for you to farm the other Frenzy characters. Now, who are the other Frenzy characters you should be picking up? Now, for the most part, some of them are just okay. I will quickly talk about every character, but the main 4 you want to pick up is firstly the Kisuke, and then the second one is Biakia, and then the third will be Yurawichi. They're almost tied for second place for the most part, so let's talk about them, right? So Biakia and also Yurawichi, the main reason why you want them is because they're really good links for a power and heart SP character. So what you will see here is that Biakia is offering an 80% strong attack damage increase. That's great, with the addition of lowering their recharge time by 10%. Very powerful link. Strong attack damage and recharge is pretty much the best combination for a soul trait. And the power attribute is very lucky enough to have this character and has had this character for the last couple of years because he's a great character. Whenever I'm using a power character that is SP based, I'm always throwing this link on because that extra bit of recharge, extra bit of strong attack damage definitely goes a long way, especially for a new player that isn't going to be one-shotting enemies, that needs that extra bit of damage. And the main thing about these Frenzy characters is that you can eventually get them to special move level 5 where you can then get additional stats. Now, this is something that you should only do once you pick up every Frenzy character. Keep that in mind. It's definitely more worth going for every Frenzy character first, get the orbs, get all their soul traits, then go back to characters like Biakia and work on their transcendence level. And the reason for that is because they offer quite a bit of stats, especially if you are someone that is going to be using these characters quite a bit. Because the more stats they offer, the better. So what you will see here is eventually, as a veteran like myself, I got every Frenzy character. I had an excess amount of Frenzy tickets. So I eventually started working on these characters. Because if I'm going to use him as a link a lot, you might as well invest into him. So what you will see here is what we have gone ahead and done was got him to level 10 SP. And also got 500 SP from the 6th slot. Now you could use Transcendence points to reroll that. Or you could just wait the next month and hope you get lucky with that Frenzy ticket. Because using the same character will then give you a better chance of trying to get that 500 SP. But as you can see here, from getting this 500 SP from here and the 500 SP from here from the basic stat boost, we now have 1529 SP for a free-to-play character. That's really, really good because that means if I link him to a power character, let's quickly find a good one. Instead of getting like 100 SP or 200 SP from Biakia, I'm now getting 459 SP. That's really good. And again, it's going to help your DPS and also just help you stay alive too, because you can also get an extra bit of stamina, extra bit of attack, and even an extra bit of defense if you really want to. I've only worked on the SP because that's for me the most important part. So this is something that I definitely recommend you lads do once you have an excess amount of Frenzy tickets. You might as well work on them because they offer you just free stats and they're really good links for the most part. That's for those two characters, but that's only for Biakia and Yurawichi in my opinion, because what you will see here, let's quickly get to Yurawichi. Because Yurawichi is a very similar link. Instead of offering more strong attack damage, she's offering more recharge. Only by 1%, but what you will see here is that she's also a very powerful link for your Heart SP characters. So 16% strong attack damage and minus 11% strong attack recharge is, again, once more, a very powerful soul trait for your Heart SP characters. You can never go wrong with that. Again, very similar situation with Biakia. If you want to work on this character in the future, get it to level 10 SP, get it as a special move level 5, and eventually get that 6 slot to 500 SP, and at that point you can have close to 1600 SP and offering 30% to 20% of that to your main character if you do have them link slotted. So those are the two main characters that I definitely recommend working on. Kisuke, just pick up once for the soul trait, you don't need to work on him. The other character you can work on is going to be the Frenzy Renji. Now Renji is a tad bit different in that he is a normal attack damage character, so plus 80% normal attack damage and also minus 10% strong attack recharge. In the game right now, there are many characters that can benefit from recharge and normal attack damage. That's mainly your normal attack damage characters that have a boost SA2 or a shield or a heal SA2. Because those SA2s are utility effects, and having that recharge a tad bit faster, it's just going to make the character a bit better, right? You just want that extra bit of recharge. Someone like Owetu, for example, has that SA2 boost, where if he gets that extra bit of recharge, it means he can come back faster, and he can be in that boost more often than not. So having a Renji like this, especially for someone like Uetsu, is going to be really powerful because you're getting that 18% no attack damage and you're also getting that minus 10% strong attack recharge to ensure that boost SA2 can come back a lot faster. And again, once more, very similar to Yurawichi and Biakia, eventually you can work on this character and get him to 1500 attack to then offer more stats. And there's definitely lots of good technique characters that will take advantage of that, especially if you are maining one of these characters, for example, and even characters like Ruroka that doesn't actually have a utility SA2. Having that Vortex SA2 come back a tad bit faster is definitely going to help you just clear content easier, because then you have a better chance of inflicting stats damage or have more crowd control. So Renji is also, once more, a very powerful link. Now, after those 4 characters that we did talk about, at that point, that's really about it. What I recommend you lads do is also just look at the character's soul traits and see what is going to be more useful for you, because for the most part I don't really see myself ever using anyone else. I guess another good character that you can work on is someone like Gin, for example. Gin is giving you 18% no attack damage and also an extra bit of recharge, so that's pretty good, especially if you are someone that's trying to auto content, get that extra bit of no attack damage and recharge and recovery. That can be useful. And again, once more, you can invest into this character, get into special move level 5, maybe give him 1000 additional stamina, and now he's giving your main character even more stats. So there's, again, a lot of things you can do with these frenzy characters. Uri, for example, is also pretty good. Stam recovery and recharge, can never go wrong with that. Can definitely see myself using that. Something like DR or damage taken and strong attack damage is something that I don't really see myself ever using. You might, I personally don't. Last ditch survival rate and damage taken is pretty decent. I can definitely see myself using that. Poison and fire duration, no, never. Freeze and fire, no, never. Strong attack and no attack damage is a bit niche, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see myself really making hybrid builds. That's something you will notice, especially if you did watch my beginner's guide. You don't really build hybrid builds in this game. You normally go full SP, strong attack damage, recharge, or full normal attack damage and attack. You very rarely go both, right? It's just, the game doesn't work like that. You can, but it's not really recommended. But if you do, I guess Grimmjow is going to be a pretty good link. Aizen's pretty decent, strong attack damage and stun recovery, that's okay. Ogura is strong attack damage and dodge, not that useful. Friesen, strong attack damage, not that useful. Stamina recovery and dodge, again, not useful. Strong attack damage and no attack damage, again, is pretty good, especially paired with that Grimmjow link. You could make a decent mind hybrid character. And then Mayuri is, again, just a double stats duration link, not that good. But your main 4 are definitely the Kisuke, Renji, Yurawichi, and also Biakia. I'd say like they're the tier 1 link characters that you want to work on, and then if you really want to, Uryu and Gin's going to be a good option, and then after that probably Grimmjow and Ichigo, and then whoever else you want to do if you really want to. But overall, that's basically about it. Again, there are better links out there. Hopefully I was able to show which ones are the better ones and the ones that are worth investing in after you do pick up everyone, because again, once more, that is the thing you should be doing first and foremost. Pick up every single character here once to get the orbs, and also just to have that link as an option. But at the end of the day, I definitely recommend working on Biakia, work on Renji, Yurawichi. Those are your 3 main links that I see myself using a lot. And if I'm using them, then I think you guys can definitely make a use of them. And Kisuke is going to be a great farming character, so definitely pick him up first. But anyway, that was the video for today. Hope you guys did enjoy, and hopefully this was able to help you get a general understanding of what frenzy character you should be working on, who you should be picking up, and what exactly is a frenzy character. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and see you next time. Peace.